This is all about my epic journey in joining Epique Realty. So if you're curious about why so many agents are joining fast and furiously, then stay tuned. It seems like the agents that are joining the most furiously fast are those who've already been with a cloud brokerage. And this makes sense because there's a certain, comfort level when you've already been with a cloud brokerage than if you're still stuck in the brick and mortar world. So those seem to be the ones that are moving over the quickest because they already understand what working in a cloud-based model is all about. And quite frankly, many experts think, including myself, I really believe that most brokerages are going to end up moving into the cloud-based world. Even if they're brick and mortar today, within a couple years, they're going to have to adapt. They're going to have to change because the cloud-based model has the ability to offer agents just so much more because there's not all that overhead of a brick and mortar type of brokerage. And you know what happens to, what we say, a species, animals, plants, the world. You know what happens when things don't adapt and change. It's the survival of the fittest. So that being said, I was with a cloud-based brokerage before, and I absolutely loved it for many, many reasons. But, and I'll say it, it was with EXP. I loved EXP. You've probably heard me talk about it before. And EXP was just mind-blowing and changing the real estate industry like no other brokerage had ever changed this industry ever. I mean, it's really touching to think about what EXP did for realtors at the time. And of course, everything evolves and you learn from all sorts of things along the way. So what I learned at EXP was that I didn't need an office to do business because I never met with clients anyway. In an office setting, you typically meet them somewhere else, at their home, at a place of business, you sit down and have your consultation with them. So I didn't really feel like I needed to have an office. I'm pretty independent, so I didn't really feel like, I need other people to make me feel better about myself and, to go to an office and just to, stand around a water tank and talk or what have you. We are independent salespeople, so we're typically out in the field and working. So we don't really need to go into an office other than to maybe have a closing there, which you can do at a title company or actually anywhere. So again, I was very comfortable with that model already. And out of the blue, literally out of the blue, comes Epique Realty. Like, I had barely heard of them. I just it was like a snippet, a blurb. Don't even know where that came from. And so you may not have heard about them at this point either because they may not be in your state. So they are expanding and they are probably coming to a state near you very soon or by the end of the year. If they're not there already, I am in Michigan, and Michigan has one of the strongest groups of realtors, many of which have come over from EXP and other brokerages right away because they saw that, hey, when you get in the beginning and on the bottom floor, of course, you're going to have advantages over others. But I think where Epique has made the biggest improvement is that with EXP, there are, people who recruit and they make that their business versus selling, but it's a small percentage, right? Most people who are realtors really just want to help people. They love real estate. They want to help people buy and sell homes. They're not necessarily interested in recruiting, and that's fine. And I really wasn't either. It wasn't my thing, not necessary. I like helping people sell and buy real estate. So a very, it's under 15%, I believe, at EXP, or under at least 20 or 15% that actually just make recruiting their job, and the rest just buy and sell. So at some point I was asking myself, okay, if I'm not going to be doing the whole recruiting thing, what other ways can my brokerage help me? Because yes, they had a much better split than I had at my brick and mortar brokerage that I came from before, which was Keller Williams. They had some nice things about it as far as revenue share or stocks that you earn along the way, but there wasn't much else. As far as, their EXP world is great because there was a lot of training. That was most beneficial to me during the pandemic. During the pandemic, it was awesome because you got to really take advantage of that and do a lot of training and learning when others maybe didn't have that opportunity. But that being said, being an experienced realtor and not needing that training as much anymore, although I still do constantly train, but not to that extent of wanting to log into a system to be able to do it. I wanted to be a little bit more on the fly. However, it was like, what else is there? And it wasn't even something that it was at the forefront of my mind that I was thinking about until I saw the Epique Realty model, where it is clear as day that there's things that Epique Realty is doing that nobody is doing at all. And of course, they have the same concepts that EXP does as far as revenue share, but they've made it better. They learned from the mistakes of other revenue share models in that all levels are unlocked. You don't have, certain levels that have to be functioning a certain way before you can earn revenue share on the other levels. So, and we can get into that detail more on another video. But so just know that with the revenue share at Epique Realty, all levels are unlocked. Awesome. Number two, not only do you have training from your, broker in your state that you can certainly take advantage of, but you have a forever mentorship program that will always be with you as long as you are with Epique Realty. And if you develop past that mentor, of course, you can, find a different one if you're not jiving, or maybe you guys can't meet up because maybe your mentor's too far, or maybe you're just developing and you need a mentor at a higher level. That is a possibility. So you don't just get the training from, let's say, a virtual world, but you get training from an actual person, mentorship from an actual person that will be with you forever, the entire time you're at Epique Realty. This is huge. And it makes such a big difference to be able to have somebody that will be there as your forever mentor. So that, again, goes above and beyond the type of educational offerings of other virtual brokerages. And then they offer things that help save you money. In fact, they've done the math. It's about $28,000 at this time that they estimate that you save by joining Epique Realty compared to where you're at right now. So, for example, you get a free billboard in the area that you want it, a digital billboard on the freeway with your phone number, your image, so that you can be branded in your area. Then your listings can get a digital billboard. And of course, all of this is dependent on where you're at, how rural you are, but they're making it happen for almost everybody. And if they can't, they will certainly find a way to help you in other ways. That's the nice thing. So you get a digital billboard for your listings. You also get sign installation. So your lawn sign is going to be installed and removed for you so that you're not out there hammering it in, because I want to buy and help people buy and sell real estate. I don't want to be hammering stuff into the dirt all the time, right? That's not my job. And on top of that, you get free healthcare, free prescriptions, up to 1,000 prescriptions. I could go on, but there are things that Epique is doing to save agents money that no one else is doing. And that is so so welcome in this industry where people just want to take money out of realtors' pockets. So, these are some of the things. I'm going to catch you on part 2 and give you a rundown of some others. So part 2 to this story, my epic journey with Epique Realty, is the fact that I was totally shocked that they gave you free professional photography. On every listing, your photography by a professional is going to be free. I just had my first experience with that this week, as I have my first listing with Epique Realty since I've joined about 45 days ago. And it was amazing. The photos are gorgeous. The seller is thrilled, and it's free. I was on Clubhouse listening to my realtor friends talk, and one of them has a photographer who is on salary with her. Like, she's actually paying this photographer a salary to do her photography for her listings. And, I'm kind of like, wow. I mean, you actually have to pay somebody to do this for you full time, and I get it for free. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, that even if you're making a ton of money in real estate, of course, you don't want to spend money you don't need to spend. So it doesn't make sense to me why somebody would not join a brokerage that's offering you free billboards for your listing, free healthcare, free prescriptions, free professional photography, and even more. So the other thing that you get for free is your sign writer for your lawn sign, which is yay. That's awesome too. You get your Lofty Chime CRM for free. You get free social media ads. So for my listing, which is my first listing with Epique, I'm so excited. I was able to just basically press a button, and all of a sudden, here go my Facebook ads. So I've got free Facebook ads. That's another thing that I heard some of the realtors talking about is, paying for their social media ads. And I was like, yay, mine are free. Like, that is cool, right? It just is. The fact that you don't have to open up your wallet, pull out your credit card, and pay for something else is awesome. Why would you not want this? I do not know. It just doesn't make any sense, really. So, these are just some of the things. There are about, I'd say, 20 to 25 things right now that we get for free. And they're adding several more. So they do have a little bit more room in the budget to add, I think, like 6 to 8 other things. Oh, wait, let's not forget the free car washes. Yes, free car washes. I know it's kind of a funny thing, but it really matters. If you have a monthly subscription at the car wash place, it could be, $21 to $25 a month. That's money that you get to keep in your pocket. And they want the realtors to look good when they pull up to a house, to an appointment, right? So that is why they're offering this, because they know that car washes are important, because it has to do with how you represent yourself, your branding, how professional you look when you arrive to an appointment. So free car washes. Again, why would you not want this? So all of these things, it just makes sense that if you are a realtor and you're looking at all the things that you spend money on, just sit down and make a list of the things that you spend money on. And I can guarantee you that Epique Realty has thought of them, and they're thinking of a few more. So I would just say, give it a listen. Don't say what I've heard from some realtors when I've spoken to them, when I love this one, when they say, I'm good where I'm at. I'm good where I'm at, without even listening to what they're missing out on. They have no clue, because they haven't listened. They haven't watched the presentation. They haven't talked to somebody who's gone through it. And I'm here to say, I would tell you the truth if I was unhappy, but I am just so pleasantly surprised with how the process has gone in the first 45 days. I feel like I have learned more and accomplished more in the last 45 days than I did in the last few years, because there was so much more to be able to take advantage of. So anyway, feel free to contact me if you want to get a an update or a feel as to how it's going in the future. If you're looking for a sponsor, I am very hands-on. I will not disappear or let you down. I'm the type that is going to be there and hold your hand along the way. I will follow up with future videos. And please, if you found this helpful, click a little button or two, right? Subscribe, like, share, all of those things. And please forward them to any other realtors that you know of who might be unhappy or looking for a change. Not every brokerage is perfect. I'm not saying that Epique Realty is perfect for everybody, but Epique Realty is perfect for realtors who don't want to spend unnecessary money on things that you don't need to spend on, or to do things that you don't need to be doing, like nailing in your lawn signs or working on your transactions. We also get free transaction coordination. So I've heard realtors talk about that recently too, where they're paying, $250 to $500 per transaction for transaction coordination. And here at Epique Realty, it's free. Again, why would you not want this? This doesn't make any sense. Of course you would. Why would you want to spend $500 you don't need to spend? Makes sense, right? Anyway, please like, subscribe, share, and contact me if you need anything. And if you're in Michigan, please hit me up. I would love to talk to you about Epique Realty and look forward to future videos.